Good afternoon everyone, Tim from Bozzy Garage, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a solution for your older car. This is a product from Seicane. It's a 10.25 inch aftermarket add-on for your car, and this will actually work with any car. Unlike some of the other products I've reviewed on the channel, which requires you to remove the original car stereo and replace it with something aftermarket, this here will simply sit on the dashboard of your car and it will integrate with really any car that you have, whether it's a truck, a sedan, a coupe, something new, something old. As long as you've got a 12 volt or cigarette lighter socket available, you can plug this in and have it ready to go. It promises to deliver wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. It has a Dashcam apparently built in, front and rear, and you can also use the rear camera as a reversing camera too. This is the perfect solution when you might want to sell your car in a short amount of time. You might want to transfer this unit to another car of yours easily and quickly. Your car might be on a lease or a loan and you don't want to go and dig into it to remove any parts of it. You might just want to not have to go through the trouble of disconnecting panels and removing original components. So how cheap is this unit, you might be asking? This is about $120 delivered anywhere in the world. I got this in about a week really, delivered to me here in Melbourne, Australia. I'll put a link in the description below to the exact product and maybe a coupon code if I can find one that's applicable to you too. But stay tuned. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to do a quick unboxing, show you what's in the box itself, and I'm going to show you how it works when I install it into my father's old Mercedes. We'll give it a road test. We'll see how the dash cams work. We'll see how the interface works. We'll see if the wireless CarPlay and Android Auto works as promised. Let's see what's inside the box here. So here's our Seicane 10.25 inch aftermarket display. It supports wireless Android Auto, wireless CarPlay, dash cam, front and rear, and reverse camera settings too. Nicely well packaged. Good size screen going on there. It is 10.25 inch on the outer display. On the inner display it's closer to about 9 inch widescreen, but from corner to corner 10.25 inch, 9 inch I reckon the screen itself. Double-sided tape there to apply that to your car dashboard. Let's have a look at the back of it. Well, what we can see there is obviously the 4K front dash cam with a little protective cover on it. There's a power button up there. Looks to be a speaker grill around the back. Nothing on this side. And when we look on here, hopefully it shows up, we've got Type-C AV input. I believe that would be for the rear dash cam. I should read instructions really. There's a slot here for a microSD and auxiliary/GPS. In the box we've got the rear dash cam as well. We've also got the power adapter. So a fairly standard 12 volt socket, cigarette socket adapter there, and that at the other end splits into this many outputs. So we've got a USB, we've also got a GPS labeled connection here, and a USB-A outlet too. This here looks like a 3.5 inch audio plug adapter. So if your car is lucky enough to have an auxiliary audio input, we should be able to connect that unit via this cable straight into the car stereo for the best sound. Most of the time these units have a FM broadcaster, so you actually tune your car into the FM signal generated by that in order to get an audio connection from that into your car. We've also got an instruction manual with a variety of user manuals able to be QR code scanned, GPS, microSD, auxiliary power supplies we've already seen, and that's how everything all connects up. Pretty straightforward. I might actually read this off camera, but what we might do next is see how well this integrates into the dashboard of my father's C-Class.
3 days later.
Wow, what a beautiful day. And now we're going to install it into this lovely old Mercedes here. I say it's old, it's only 2012, it's not a vintage car or anything like that. Still a great drive. It's diesel, makes a lot of rattly noises. It's got a pretty standard, I guess, car stereo for its age, about, what, 13 years old now. But as you can tell, there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a CD player, maybe? I don't know. There's a big unit here. There's a very small screen there. It's probably only about 4 or 5 inches across, maybe, and gold and black color. So what we're going to do is that we're going to take this new Seicane 10.25 inch unit. We're going to use a double-sided tape to attach it to the dash pretty much there. It is protruding a little bit above the bottom of the windscreen. So if we find that is going to be a problem, if it's too protrusive, we'll actually move it to over here, where it'll be a bit lower down, but maybe a bit further away from the eyesight of the driver. Anyway, we'll go with this for the time being. It should be a very simple installation in theory. We just plug that cigarette lighter attachment into the 12 volt cigarette lighter attachment, whatever you want to call it there. A little red light has gone on to show that we are getting power. There are 3 attachments here. This USB-C cable that goes into the back of the head unit. This USB-A, I guess this is if you wanted to add any extra storage, like a flash drive for any music streaming that you might want. And this cable here for the GPS, apparently there is an optional extra GPS unit which you can add on to this Seicane unit. I didn't order it. I figure I don't need it because I'm going to be using Android Auto all the time. So the next thing I'm going to do is plug that into the back here, see what happens. Great. So this is the very first time I've turned this unit on in the car. It has a little short boot up screen. And there we go. So obviously this is not CarPlay or Android Auto. I haven't connected any phone to it yet. I did actually stick a blank microSD card in the back of it. So hopefully that means that the 4K front dashcam will actually work. So that seems pretty good. It's actually got the correct time, so maybe there's some time setting through the GPS. That's today's date. And alright, there we go. That is an example of the 4K QFHD front dashcam recording. There are some options available that you can see there. Let's go back to the main screen again. Replay, that's to go through your dashcam recordings, I'm guessing. Mobile internet, I imagine that's CarPlay and Android Auto settings. I probably should have read the manual first, but I haven't. Audio out. So at the moment, audio is coming through the built-in speaker of this device here. FM, like I said before, we can actually generate a FM station from this unit, and then we'll tune the car into it. So I might do that later on. Auxiliary. There is apparently an auxiliary input somewhere in this car. I can't find it. It might be an additional extra. For the time being, let's just go with speakers through here. The next thing that we're going to do, well actually, maybe I'll mount it onto the dash first, and then we'll set up wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Well, that's pretty straightforward. So, a little bit of double-sided tape there, easy enough to remove if I don't like the positioning of it. Let's go to mobile internet. The first thing I'm interested in, of course, is if I can connect my phone, the Android Auto wirelessly to this unit here. How do we do that? Open the device Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, etc, etc. So I'm going to do that on my phone. Connect the device, Bluetooth pairing, pair new device. TF90, etc. I think that's the one there. Pairing, it says pair with that. I'm going to click pair here. Connected devices, active. Anything happening yet? Waiting. Welcome to Android Auto, and on the screen it says when safe, check your phone, start Android Auto. We're going to hit continue, of course, and there we are. So I've just turned the volume down or paused the playback because otherwise I'll get a copyright strike in this video, but there we are, pretty quick and easy and simple. Plug in your power here, cigarette lighter adapter. We're going to hide all those cables in a second. Plug the other end of it into the back of the Seicane unit, stick it down, and you're good to go. At the moment, the audio is only coming out of this speaker here, so the quality is not great, but soon enough I'm going to show you how we're going to generate an FM signal and then tune the car into that. But as you can see here, I've got my Spotify on the left, we've got our maps on the right. So let's say we want to go to see all the available apps under Android Auto. We just hit the little app button there, and as you can see, it comes up with all the usual Android Auto apps that we'd expect to see. One thing I've discovered is that there is this pop-up which will take you back to the main screen, which seems to come up every time you touch this area. So if I hit that little home button there, that'll actually get me out of Android Auto back into the main screen. If we hit mobile internet, that'll take us back into Android Auto again. Pretty useful. If you want to go into full screen, well, I've got to figure out a way to get rid of this overlay. I think I can drag it sort of. No. Oh, there we go. So do you see that? By holding and dragging, we can move that around, because that'll get in the way of our actual touch buttons here. If we wanted to make our map full screen, hit the map button again, and it goes full screen again there. So yeah, nice. It is quite bright. It probably doesn't show up so well on the recording because it's bright outside, but really easily visible from the driver's seat all the way back here. So if you don't happen to have an auxiliary input into the car, we're going to see if we can set up the FM tuner, audio out, FM, and we're going to give it a frequency that we're going to tune into on here for it to work. If you are going to use the FM tuner to send audio to your car, you need to pick a frequency that is not currently nearby an existing radio station. So there is a way to adjust what frequency that you choose to pick on here. Give me a moment. Okay, after a bit of fiddling around, I'm here in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. I've set the FM transmitter frequency to 87.5. I've tuned the car in to 87.5 generated by that, and it's actually quite a clear sound. Again, I can't actually record the Android Auto playing because then it would result in a copyright strike in this video, and I don't want that. But the actual audio quality, it is actually pretty good. For the money, what was it, $120 US delivered? Absolute bargain. Again, super easy installation. The hardest part of the installation is probably just tidying up this wiring. We will hide it somehow in the dash or something. But again, the advantage is easy installation, easy removal, no damage to the car. Nothing requires to be pulled apart or rewired. It simply plugs into your cigarette lighters there like that, and you get wireless Android Auto, CarPlay. You get all that in one unit, which is pretty useful. What we might do is actually go for a quick drive and see what the Dashcam performance is going to be like. The Seicane unit, it does not come with a microSD card. Pick one up yourself pretty much anywhere, dirt cheap. I've put in a pretty generic 6 microSD card into the unit, but as you can see, the widescreen, the wide angle view of the camera is pretty good. It certainly covers both front corners of the car, a little bit beyond. Depending on your placement of this unit on the dash, well, you can see the dashboard itself just there in front of the front camera unit. Good clear color, and well, what else can I say? It functions like a Dashcam probably should. Again, I haven't installed the rear camera, so I can't give a verdict on that in this particular video. I will do a follow-up video recording how to install the rear dashcam and also the performance of the rear dashcam and reverse cam in conjunction with this Seicane unit. As you can see, now that we've stopped at a traffic light, the resolution on the dash camera certainly fine enough to pick up on a number plate on a car that's immediately in front of me. That one on the left, yeah, I think we can read that on the playback as well. Not too bad. And actually, one thing I've forgotten to do is to remove the little Oh, where's that? The little film that's in front of the camera. I'm going to peel it off now. Look at the difference that makes. Now, I should have probably done that from the very beginning. So I've removed the protective film coating that was on front of the dashcam camera. As you can see, the camera quality is much better without that blurry bit of film in the front. So we've got the Seicane 10.25" unit installed in the C-Class, working perfectly well. We still have to hide the cables a little bit, but as you can see, the dashcam works great. The wireless Android Auto works just fine. The audio is coming through the unit to the car stereo using an FM transmitter which is built into that unit there. You may have to experiment with different frequencies to find one which is not too close to an existing FM station, or you will get interference. You can also plug it in directly using an audio cable if your car's got an audio cable jack. There is one in this car, I just can't find it for today. I will install the reversing camera on this another time. It will also show up as a rear dash cam into this unit too. But so far, really simple install. Really cheap, $120 delivered to Australia in a week. Nice bright screen. You just put some double-sided tape on the dash and there you go. Highly recommend it so far. You can check the description and the comments for a link. I'll put a link to that exact unit, and hopefully I'll find you guys a coupon code that you can use for an extra discount as well. I've been Tim from Bozzy Garage. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, and you got any questions about this unit, leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.